Hello, good afternoon. It's Darryl Johnson with Ride the Wind. I guess I should first of all say I'm behind. I meant to do a video. I have so much information that I've gathered up just since I've been out of the hospital and things. I put my phone down for the 2 weeks I was in the hospital, and I suggest some of you do that at some point in time. Put it down for a few days because this stuff, um, it just makes my blood boil. It really does. The disinformation that's out there. But let me just get by that. We know that's going on. Okay, I've got a list of things to actually enlighten you with and blow out of the water the distractions, the deceit, the disreality that these people are throwing at us for us not to see. Okay, let's just go back to the corona Lyme virus. Okay, it's not matching up, gang. It's not matching up. I'm going to tell you about a video where I watched dead bodies. This is different from the last story I told you. Dead bodies laid up, doctors in astronaut suits, right? Taking care of the people who are alive, supposedly, right? To me, these are crisis actors, okay? And again, with that and our debates, from the impeachment to the war, what's it doing? It's keeping everybody staring at these freaking TVs and not paying attention that we aren't having sun anymore. If you got sun out there, you're pretty blessed. I was on the cams all around the world last night, and it didn't take me 5-10 minutes, and I just wanted to get off, right? Getting real hard for me to do this, but I will continue, and I'm currently looking for help because I want to keep up on all you guys' comments, but I want to make sure if I hire a person or have, it's a sucky job. Long hours, no pay, okay? Let me say again, long hours, no pay. Okay, but I do it, and I hope anyone else would do it to save lives for humanity, for our species. This has to be done because there's so much disinformation out there, and that's what these channels flock to. That's what people flock to. It's a scientific fact. As I had stated, people will flock to disinformation rather than go to researched information and get the real story. Why that is, I have no idea. But I can say this, and I'm going to get further into this. As a species, we used to be a collective. We used to be a collective consciousness. When we were created by the Anunnaki, I'm just going to put it out there. I don't care if anyone out there believes it or not. When we were created by the Anunnaki to mine their gold, okay, which Inky was against. Marduk, Anu, and Neil, and Leo, Anu, Inky went all up against these guys, said it's not right what you're doing, it's not right what you're doing as far as the transhumanism, meaning splicing our genes and creating us. You don't believe me, then you go to Dr. Scott McQuaid. He's got 2 PhDs, he's been to seminary school, he's a seminary school scholar, he's written 16 books, he reads cuneiform, he reads Sumerian petroglyphs, he reads Sanskrit, he reads hieroglyphics, he reads Hebrew. Okay? That's the kind of guys I like to follow. This man took, and he's young, time enough to write 16 books about what's going on. I'm going to listen. Okay? But the reason I state devolve, okay, and I've got a lot more stuff. I just wanted to get this out there and say thank you to y'all, but I'll get to that. That we devolved. We were a consciousness. As soon as we were rolled into the slave mode by the Anunnaki, okay, Marduk and Neil and Leo, Anu, etc., to mine their gold, that was programmed almost permanently into our genetic code. Now think about it. Why are we slaves enough to ride to work every day? Why is that programmed into us that we have to go to work? We have to get a job. We have to let our dreams go. You know, our dreams, like I put up my son's video yesterday, and he's taking his dreams back, and I hope you saw it. He is the God of thunder, okay? But he's taking his dreams back. And I'm so proud of him. And I'm proud of any of you out there. And I encourage any of you also to be taking back what you wanted to do. Why have I bought 2 guitars in the last 4 months and basically left myself starving? Because I'm taking it back, and I'm going to do something with it this time. I'm not going to let someone tell me it's better for you to do this or to do this. Those days are over for me. Over. Because it's all been a lie. We basically need to relearn everything we've been taught, because it's all a lie. Okay? Go back to the sediment, the floods, the mud, okay? That erased history. There is a methodology used when we attack countries to destroy all history, like we did to all Saddam's stuff when we rolled into there. It wasn't his soldiers that were smashing those statues and cuneiform plates and scrolls. Those were American soldiers. I began being blocked last night on Facebook. I tried to put up a story on Barobaji and Dragon lineage. I'm not going to get into it because I've did videos on it. You can go back, search them, and you can know what I'm talking about, because I got to be real careful or I'm going to get shut down, because they shut me down last night on Facebook. Really weird. I wanted to put up where, if you watch it, I'm talking about a movie called Debs. It's a new series that's coming on FX. It's called Project Looking Glass. Yellow cube and game. They see an event. It's a cylindrical thing that was developed by the Sumerians, so you can basically define the fact that the Anunnaki created it. Okay, it doesn't take many brains to figure that one out, right? So where's my ladder? Most important. Most important. Anyway, all right, so they're based on Sumerian cylinders, and I told you to go to Saint Anon, A-N-O-N. Okay, he covers deep state. Now we need to start understanding deep state, because they're the ones who are the end game here. They do not want to deal with our primordial weirdo butts going off when these things pop through. And as I had told you, they have popped through. You just have to know how to look for them. You have to take your camera. You have to shoot different. I've taught you all of this, okay? They're right outside, okay? Why do you think it's dim? Why is the world covered right now in clouds? Why have the satellites been down for the last 3 weeks? Why are our news reports and weather reports now done with Doppler? Doppler is a ground-based radio satellite system that they used in the old days to predict the weather. Why are they using Doppler, which is basically an out of, we've got, let me put it this way, satellite technology far surpasses Doppler technology. Why are we back in the Stone Age as far as reporting weather? Why is the world covered in chaff? Which, again, if you'd look that up, that is a cloud that is military, and it has aluminum particulates included in it, okay? Blocks radar transmission and reception. And let me tell you, I went around the world, the whole world is covered in these clouds. To find sun is a very hard problem, and when I do find sun, it's not the correct luminosity. They're trying to blame it on grand solar minimum, but I'm starting to believe that grand solar minimum is another BS distraction. There is nothing more powerful that's affecting our solar system, our universe, than ISON. And I've shown you the pictures of ISON, and yes, it still exists. To all you clowns, I'm not talking to you, my friends, to all you clowns who are watching these videos who say it broke up behind the sun. Wrong. I've got a NASA research report that says it didn't, so they contradicted themselves. Number one, look it up, okay? I've got one that shows that when it passed behind the sun, it moved the sun. Now think of the size of the Earth compared to the sun. And then think about the power this thing has to actually tilt our solar system so our moon's not even standing straight anymore. Boy, he comes back with a vengeance. Okay. So before I give you just one story, my main point of making this video is to say, give me time. I meant to go to the library today because I want to start putting these things in a scientific format so I can reference it, so I don't repeat a video, because my brain is so full of information, of downloads and things that I've studied, and just things imagination and knowledge place in my head. It's a lot. Okay, so I need to start back to square one and start putting these in an APA format, which is accepted by the scientific community, so I don't look like Bozo the clown. Okay, and maybe get some credibility. But I don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to leave you with a story. But to all my new subs, thank you. To the people who are going to my Facebook page, which never stops, my new friends, thank you. You people are searching. If you're out there searching for truth, then you are a 144. You are trying to get an understanding of what we are, what me and you and all my subs are. We are 144s. 1 plus 4 plus 4 equals 9. 9 is a level of spiritual awareness. Look it up. Look up what the 9 means, spiritual. Put in 9 spiritual. Okay? 1 plus 4 plus 4 equals 9. That is the ability to be able to see all 9 dimensions and create our reality. We see all. Okay? Most people, the ones that sadly are out there already walking around dead, create their reality from only 3 dimensions because that's all they can see. And to me, that's very sad. But you can up the game with knowledge. And by getting more people to sub to this channel, sharing, doing whatever you need to do to get people to listen to me, to you, let me do the fighting. Just bring them to me. Okay? I'm amazed at the sub level that I've hit. I'm so proud. I never expected this, but I never expected it would come into so much work also. And I never expected that just 2 weeks out would put me so far behind. So I do have a list. I go through my science news feed. I shoot that crap right into my texts or Messenger, and I save those. And then I go back, I read the story, I rewrite it. Basically, this is the way you do science, otherwise you're doing plagiarism. And I use a PhD, a particle physicist, an astrophysicist, a quantum physicist, whatever type of physicist I need to citate my data. Because again, I can't citate data and go watch a YouTube video, because that's not really the way it works. Okay, so before I read this story, well, let me get back to thanking you all for being there. I know I'm still behind on responses. Give me some time. I didn't wake up till noon today. I'm exhausted. I meant to be in the library today, first thing in the morning, to get this paper done, or at least begin working on it, because I'm doing it right. And again, what that will start allowing me to do, like it did in the beginning, is make sure I don't retrace my old footsteps. Okay? I want to make sure that I'm bringing you new information, which sometimes it will tie into old videos, but it will be new information. And all the data I've sent you, or all the data that I put up on this channel, I provide citations so you can look it up yourself and you can make the decisions, because I'm not always right. And don't think I am. I am not infallible. Okay? All of our jobs, and I want to give a shout out to just a certain person, and there's many of you that I need to give a shout out to, but the person who sent me this story, okay? Her name is Christy Calderon, and she's studying. Back to the corona, and she sent me the article that I'm going to read to you, but back to the coronavirus. Look at me, I'm bouncing all over. I just want to get this done, and I apologize, it's not y'all. My back is killing me. I'm just, in fact, let me get my coffee here. Okay, so there's a video out, and I'm not using this as a citation because you're not going to find this. You're not going to find anybody to just citate this data. There's a video out. It's by St. Annan, and he covers deep state. Deep state, we need to know and understand, just like IPET-GO, which is another CIA operative that works in Black Ops area, that is exposing this information to us, but it's in code, so you have to break it down. Okay, so deep state, it has this, I've explained it before, these Sumerian cylindrical tubes, and it's called Operation Looking Glass. Operation Looking Glass is kind of a nod to Alice in Wonderland. Looking Glass. This is a time machine that can change the past and it can change the future. I'm going to leave it at that. It's so tense. Go watch the video. Okay. It's called Project Looking Glass, Yellow Cube, Endgame, Save Hannon. Okay. I can't find citations on that because you're not going to find anybody who's going to talk about or any professor or PhD that's going to put their name on this. They're just not going to do it because it's dangerous material. But know that part of what this looking glass is saying, and they keep the parts of this thing in different parts of the world. So no one person can put this thing together and utilize it to change our future or our past. And Mandela effect, that's what this causes. Okay. So last night I posted, there's a new show coming on FX. It's going to be a mini series. It's called Devs, DEVS. Guess what that stands for? Devils. Okay. Now, if you've seen the trailer or you saw what I posted on my Facebook yesterday, it's got a short trailer. They're playing with a yellow cube. So I studied this 2 months ago, 3 months ago. I think I talked about it, right? Tried to get everybody to watch this video. But again, I don't have many people paying attention. Not you guys, but there's a show coming on Fox. It's called Devs. And they're playing with the yellow cube. The whole coloring of the movie is yellow. I wonder where they got that idea. Okay, so I highly suggest we watch it when it comes on, because it's 144s. We need to know the game they're playing, because we can't play our game unless, and he commanded us to do this. He commanded us. You know, I did a lot of Bible reading. I'm not a Bible guy, but I believe there's truth in there, and I'm going through Revelations, and Revelations, it even states in there, we are commanded to find the truth. Commanded. He didn't ask politely. He didn't ask pleasantly. He commanded us to find the truth, because that's the only way we're going to do it, is if we fight to find the truth. Okay? Are we clear on that? I hope we are. So I posted a thing after that, which has to do with Merovingian dragon lineage. Merovingian dragon lineage transcended into the Templars. When the Templars started handing out false idols of little pregnant black things, right? They started executing them. Okay? They ran. They ran to Scotland, and I've told you guys this before, and they hung with Robert the Bruce. Okay? Where did Masonism originate? Do your homework. Scotland. So they ran. They've created themselves different names, but now they don't hide. Now, even as per my son, my doctors love these, by the way. As per my son telling me that he was going to see a concert in a Mason Hall, what does that tell you? They're indoctrinating them young. Walk into any Masonic hall, you got black and white. You got black and white tile. You've got Templar knight armor in glass cases. I did work in one of those mausoleums, okay, for the Shriners, until I found out it's 100% scam to do what they call fill the bowl, fill their money. Like these guys don't have enough money. Oh, little Billy's not going to make it to the circus unless you give me $500. I'm going to send you a little $2 plaque to show you, you contributed. It made me so sick that when I left work every day at about 2 o'clock, right, I had to go home and climb into bed. That's how much the evil that was in that drained from me. Now, let me add something to that. at least twice a week, the parking lot would fill up with Fort Worth police or Dallas police. We were specifically ordered to go no farther than the ground floor. We could not go to any of the other floors. If we were, that was instant termination. What were they doing up there? Okay, I think I'll leave that at that. So I start talking about Merovingian dragon lineage, and it begins. This thing pops up when I'm going to post my post, which talks about, gives you a little background, and I gave the website on Facebook where you can look up the bloodlines. I'm not going to name the names because they'll block this video. You have to find this yourself, okay? It's parasite.com. Merovingian dragon lineage. Merovingian dragon lineage. Okay? Look it up and understand. Another man that's within this bloodline, he goes by Vlad Dracul. Dracula. Vlad the Impaler. This man was real deal. Okay? Real deal. Dracula was no story that was written at the same time Mary Shelley wrote Frankenstein. This was real. Okay? He is real. He used to take his victims and stick them up on stakes. God. Anyway, let's leave that there. To you all that I have not responded to yet, I will get to you as soon as I possibly can. But in regards to hiring somebody, it's going to take me 6 months at least to put the information that I've learned in the last 6 years to get that person at a level. Say if I let them handle my comments to answer your questions. Well, they damn well better be answering them right. They better be answering them like Ride the Wind, Darryl Johnson answers them, in a 100% truthful basis based on knowledge and based on cited data by PhDs, etc. It's the only way to roll. And you will not find another channel that does this the way I'm doing it. You won't. You won't, because they don't. It's too hard work, and they're not going to do it, but they certainly will take the time to direct you to their PayPal. It's disgusting. So I'm going to leave you with this, and I'm going to get back with everybody, and I've got a much longer video to do, but give me time. I'm just not clicking. You know, when I got home the first night, I felt good. You know, I guess I had pain medicine in me, yada, yada, yada. I'm banging along. But since then, I don't want to be chewing a bunch of pain medicine to try and get through the day. I can't. Okay, I just won't. So give me time, is what I'm saying. All right? I'm going to get back with each and every one of you on a personal basis. I'm not going to be the guy when you're asking a question who just clicks a love button next to it. No, that's what your other channels do. Look at how many questions that people are asking, like at WSO or at Oppenheimer Ranch Project or Maddie Bieber or any of these cesspool bottom feeders. You'll see the questions there, but you don't see them giving one answer. They just put a little love next to your question. Well, what is that little love sign? How does that answer your question? It acknowledges that you asked the question, but does it give you the answer? Do they give you the answer? No. And if you ask a question that's out of their domain or screws with the reality that they created, damn sure your comment will be blocked. Played the game, been there, done that, sick of it, okay? But you guys have to know. So the title of the story that was sent to me by, and you guys all do great work, a lot of you. RST Sport, thank you very much for the research you do, and go on and on. Bonnie, Lane, everybody, all of you. Darren, Crystal Clear, Anthony, hi, happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Get out there and make it a good one, okay? One more time, happy birthday, Anthony. Happy birthday from all of us, which is me, and all the subs here at Ride the Wind. Happy birthday. Anthony is a very smart man, And like us all, he's looking for answers. But I have to attribute this to Christy Calderon, and his Harvard professor arrested, raises questions in scientific openness. His name is Charles Lieber. He was working on welding electrons. Okay, when you have brain damage, when you have trauma, when you've had your head kicked in like me, if you can weld those electrons back together, we can make these people heal a hell of a lot faster. That's what this man's working on. And I can only guess he was talking about planets too, because he's been censored. Now, China has offered, because this is happening with many scientists, to come over there and continue their exact same work, but on China soil. You know, China, the guys we owe about $18 billion to. We owe California to. They own the United States. Okay? He's facing federal prosecution. The info that he was posting was already public record, but they're going after this man. Does anybody know what the First Amendment is? Same thing with me trying to post last night on Facebook. A true story. And I posted on Facebook, the message that popped up said, basically, we're not posting your crap. Something about the URL or the SRL, blah, 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 just can't be posted, blocked. So I took a screenshot of that and I posted it on Facebook too. This is what began happening to me before, and I darn sure can assure you that soon it will evolve into me getting a federal warning and being told to stop, like I was 2 years ago when I used Facebook as a platform. I don't use Facebook as something to talk about the banana bread I baked last night. I myself think it ought to be used as a platform of information. I don't care if you went and worked out at the gym. I could give, okay? I don't care about your trip to Cece's Pizza. I don't care about any of that. We should have used this information, and we should use these platforms to have intelligent discussions, to have intelligent debates, to agree to disagree, and still act as the collective. Instead of devolving, we are devolving. We are no longer a consciousness, a unified consciousness. Because after the Anunnaki deal went down, we were trained to be as slaves. That's why we run to work every day. That's why we do what we're doing, unless you're doing your passion. Then it's a different story. You're unlocked from that genetic code. Or you can stay locked in that genetic code and work your ass off for some company who doesn't give a hell about you. And in the end, like they're doing now with GM workers and blah, 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 where they're going to take your pension. So good luck with these plans, okay? Because they've already begun doing it. They know it's coming, and it's called the event. Okay, the citation on that is going to be, tell me I didn't write it, npr.org. Okay, so I don't need to give any real citation on that other than that, because we're talking about a Harvard professor. Now, if Harvard professors start getting censored and screwed by what we live by, the First Amendment, which no longer exists, we've got big problems. Think of the amount of science that probably should be out there and isn't out there. And that's the video that I'm working on doing. The amount of disinformation that they're putting out there, so when this sky catches on fire, we're all going to kind of accept it. But I don't think it's going to work. We got Musk still launching more satellites, which increases illumination. Astronomers around the world are freaking out because they can't even see the stars anymore. The Starlink satellites also control the weather. They don't need HAARP anymore. They can drive dust storms with magnetic resonance, with radiation. They can create these storms. We just went through probably 9 days of Noah-type floods here. Okay? There are 90 dead here in Arkansas. They're not showing on the news from some kind of flu this year. Anybody see that on mainstream? I've talked to people in Oklahoma. I just talked to my mother in Texas. I'm here in Arkansas. We're shaking. Let me say that again. I talked to somebody in Oklahoma, and I just got off the phone with my mama. And here in the Ozarks, we're shaking. Okay? I've got so much to say, but I don't have the time to say it, and I don't have it in the format, and I'm not thinking properly to be able to say it to you properly. I guess I haven't totally achieved total balance, but I will by getting back into my work. But I'm only going to work like 3 days a week, research real hard, put out my video, and then I'm going to take 4 days off. And those 4 days, what I'll probably do is take those 4 days to make sure all your questions get answered. Deal? It's not actually a deal, it's the way I have to do it, or I'm going to blow my brain out. I mean, the top of my head's going to start smoking. I don't need with a gun. It's going to start smoking, and poof, I'm going to have a stroke, and Darryl will be gone. I've already had 2 planned strokes, and along with what's going on with me internally, I do not want any more. So that was suggested and actually given as a directive from a PhD I saw in the hospital. I can't say his name because he told me not to, who knows all about the planets. And guess what? His son's a physicist in Dallas. So I'm like, what did he say? What's he say? And as with all physicists, they have signed agreements where they can't talk about anything. But he knew. He knew. So, to all you new subs, blessings. To all my old subs, blessings. To all your love and caring, you don't know how deeply you touched my heart, my soul, my being. You justify that what I do is not lunacy. It's real. And I know you guys know it because you see it, you feel it. I'm looking out the window right now. I think it's 3-something. It's not lit right. I can go out there right now and start clicking pictures, and I guarantee you I will catch the outer ring of a planet that is a third the size of the sky. Give it another 2-3 months. As I predicted before, you're going to see them. And again, that's why they're releasing this disinformation in the science feeds to explain all these different occurrences that are happening in our atmosphere that are BS. It's what I've explained to you is here. It's dragon. It's dragon. It's ISON. They also call it Wake Tuttle because they tried to cover it up with that. Now they backpedal. That's what this is going to be when the sky lights up. Okay? Now remember, when the planets pop through, that's just the beginning. That's not the event of where the dragon comes close enough and we flip. Magnetic poles reverse. North Pole becomes South Pole. South Pole becomes North Pole. Titanic plates will shift. Our magnetosphere will drop. It will be gone. Bow-shot. We've already gone through it 2 or 3 times now. That's why we're seeing all the signature colors of radiation. The elemental colors I spoke of, red, blue, green, orange, those are also signatures of radiation. So our elements, earth, wind, fire, and water, are elements of radiation. Now, isn't that weird? If you don't believe me, look up the magnetic color spectrum or the radioactive color spectrum. Google it, learn it, live it, love it, because it's what we need to learn. Okay? But I got to say one more time, thank you to all of you. Please give me time. Share these videos. Don't go out there trying to wake people up anymore. Work on the people that are looking for answers. Spend time with them. Send them to me if you can't answer their questions. But let's start building a bigger boat because we're going to need it. Let me say that again. Let's start building a bigger boat because we're going to need it. To all you people searching, you're at the right place. I will not steer you wrong. I will not guess, but there is a video I'm going to do where I am guessing, and I'm going to leave it with this. If we've got other planets out there that have water on them, like all of a sudden they found it on Mars, they found it on the moon, what goes along with water? This isn't a very hard question. What goes along with water? I know some of you out there are screaming, life, life, life. Well, guess what? You're 100% right. Saturn, Jupiter, the moon, these exoplanets, water. Okay? So what type of beings are on these planets that we're not being told about? Or is it Americans? I'm going to let you think about that. And I want to say one more time to my friend, Anthony, happiest of birthdays. Get out there, enjoy yourself. And to the rest of you, like I told you, my sociology professor used to say, get out of your tree. Get out of your realm of safeness, because that's your tree. Get out of your tree. Go to a museum. Go to the woods. Go to an art gallery. Go to a library. Main point being, however you do it, get out of your tree. I love you very much. This is Ride the Wind. I'm not leaving you. I'm going to be here. Okay? Any questions that you have, go ahead and get them up there, but give me time to answer them. I should be able to hit the library tomorrow. I did just want to get this out to you guys today. And I've run a long time here. So again, I really have no words to thank y'all. I just can't. I can't put it into words except for agape, love. Help others. I also found I'm going to be putting up a link that helps the homeless. They don't make a penny. They build homes for the wounded and the veterans. And guess what else they do? They take care of the children of these veterans too, and they send them to college. They follow them through their lives. Okay? I'm going to have that link posted probably on the next video. And I'm looking for Mr. B. I've not forgot you. I'm also looking for a homeless link. I'm looking for the places where the largest percentages of money go directly to the cause that I'm going to push. If it doesn't, I don't want anything to do with them. Just like what I just talked about. 0 donations. They take donations, but your donations will go straight to helping these guys, to helping the people who created the freedom that's slowly being stolen from us. Okay? On a happier note, ride the wind, tread the air above the din, and make sure we're always helping others, at least help someone every day. If it's a call to your mom, if it's a call to somebody you've been fighting with, if it's helping somebody with their groceries, if it's saying hi to an old person in a grocery store and letting them talk because you know they're alone, their partner's gone, that's helping people, okay? Let's do that. And again, share. We need a bigger boat. I see the awakening happening, but we all need to unite as quick as possible. This is Ride the Wind. Y'all have a great day. My background music I'd like to give to Beethoven. That's Moonlight Sonata. It's a beautiful piece. I like the third movement the best, but it's just beautiful. You guys have a great day, and I'll be back with you soon. Give me a day or two to get this information together, or maybe I'll do half tomorrow, do a 2-parter, okay? Have a good night. And again, all you guys, man, agape. Have a good day. And to my son, Dakota, I'm so, so, so proud of you. I want you all to go look at the video of him playing and let him know that he is the God of thunder. Anyway, have a good day, you guys. Thank you.